Hey YouTube, Mick here. Alright, just want to do a video. I've got a couple of things I want to cover off. Firstly, I finally reached 250 subscribers, or 252 to be precise, so that's good news, that's great. Thank you everyone for subscribing. I appreciate that, so thank you. I won't be doing a competition. I'll probably do a competition when I reach 300 subs. I really don't have anything to give away at the moment, but I might think of something. So anyway, so again, thank you to all my subscribers. I'm glad you like my channel. I'm glad you like watching me, even though I rant and do whatever I do, and a bit of bushcraft or a bit of something tinkering in my shed. I appreciate it very much, so thanks guys and girls. Alright, so with that said, cheers. Alrighty. Okay, now just a couple of mods I've done. First mod is my my stropper, whatever you call it. I've cut it down. It used to be that long. I've cut it down shorter just so I can fit into my pack, or into one of my packs anyway, being the Rush 12, which would go in there firstly. So yeah, I've cut that shorter to fit in my pack. And what I've also added is some lengths of 1000 grit sandpaper. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 strips there. So you know, I've got enough sandpaper there to touch up my knives in case they get a little bit dull and stropping isn't enough. I can definitely touch them up. So yeah, so I keep that tucked underneath one of the leather belts there, and fits there perfectly. This one's starting to wear away, but it's still doing a good job. I usually put some Brasso on my leather, so I need to recoat that with Brasso. I'll leave this Brasso free and coat this with Brasso. So so yeah, so that's one mod, and that sharpening technique works really well for me. So yeah. The second mod, I'll tilt the camera down a bit. Sorry, camera work bodgy, you know, sorry. Okay. Alright, second mod is, of course, I had to mod out my Alaskan professional survival knife, I guess you can call it. Before I touch on the modifications of the sheath, I didn't look up anything about this knife before I bought it, because I didn't know I was going to buy the knife. I never heard about this knife before. I don't know what it is or who made it, whatever, before I bought it. Now, I bought it and I did some homework on it, and I'm a bit, I mean, it's a great knife, it's great, it's heavy, I'm sure it's going to do a good job, but some of the reviews I've seen on the internet in regards to the knife steel haven't been the best. Some have been great. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to expect from this knife. The steel is 420J2, which apparently is a surgical steel, and it is very corrosion resistant to blood and other forms of liquid corrosion or whatever. I'm not a scientist, so I won't talk technical. So yeah, so I'm not too sure how it's going to hold up. It does have some content of carbon in it, which I think is maybe good. I don't know, I'm not a knife expert. Maybe Rob at RDP Project could maybe fill me in on the 420J2 steel. You probably know a lot more, or you will know a lot more than what I do. I've read many different reviews, and there's been different feedback on the blade steel. A lot of people have said it's a cheap blade steel for knife makers because it's a cheap steel. Look, it probably is, guys. I don't know. I mean, I paid 115 bucks for it, so I'm going to give it a go out in the bush. I'm not going to beat the living snot out of it, but I'm going to just do normal tasks that you would with a survival knife, and that's chopping and batoning and all that kind of stuff. From the tests I've done in my backyard, which I haven't filmed, it seems to do a great job with feather sticking, a great job with chopping, a great job with batoning. batoning. The blade edge has held up. It is still sharp, and every time I've chopped or done whatever, I've just given it a strop, and you know, the blade's perfect. So look, to be honest, I'm not too sure what I'm going to expect from this knife. Hopefully it works out well, but if not, then you know, I just think it's a great looking knife, so it can be a showpiece knife basically. But from what I feel and see of it, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. So I'm hoping it's going to work well, and the only way I'm going to tell is getting out in the field and testing it. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so yeah, so basically what I've done, mix special. I've just got my black duct tape and taped a little bit of a pen on there and put my file saw through there, and then I've taped on my buck diamond sharpening stone here with a bit of tinder in there. So just a diamond sharpening steel to touch up the blade when I'm out in the field, if I'm out there for a couple of days and I don't have anything to sharpen with. But you know, as I said, I will bring this with me in my backpack. But if I'm out with my haversack or something like that, and for some reason I'm chopping like a wild pig or something, I don't know, and I'm going nuts and I feel the blade is a bit dull, then you know, I've got the diamond sharpener there. So yep, just a quick mod. Doesn't look too bodgy, well, it kind of does, but anyway, what do? I don't have the hardware or the equipment to sew a nice leather ferro rod holder there, nor do I have the material to sew in a nice leather pouch for a fire still. So I just make do with what I got, and that's what I've done. So there you go. That's basically the video, fellas. Again, thank you for the subscriptions. I'm wrapped that I'm up to 250, 252, and you know, I seem to be getting subscribers every day, so that's great. And yeah, fellas, that's about it. Look forward to some videos out in the bush for the next few months, because the weather is cooling down. It's a beautiful day today. I was actually at Jamboree, one of the wet and wild kind of recreation parks with the kids for the weekend. So we're back in Sydney now, and the weather seems very, very comfortable for me. I love it. So the next few weeks I'll be heading out, and yeah, I'll test this baby out and do some bushcraft for you guys, and yeah, please stay tuned for those videos. So cheers.